Okay, boys, welcome. So, for those of you who are new here this year, this will be a way you get a lot of your content from me. You'll get a link. It'll go to my YouTube channel, and just going to click and watch. So, what I'm going to do is I'll go over the practice here for tomorrow night, what we're going to run, etc., etc. But before I do, I just kind of wanted to kind of give you some expectations. I know the guys that have been here for a year or two, they're aware, but the new guys coming in, there's a couple of things that we will start with, and the first one is attitude. One of the things we talk about all the time in the room is attitude. What you bring into the room, what you bring to the rink, how you treat your teammates, how you treat your coaches. And to a lesser extent, and sometimes maybe even to a greater extent, what you're like away from the rink. How are you with your parents? How are you with siblings? How are you with friends? You guys are going to start to work. Some of you already do. How you are with your boss. These things matter. Attitude is a really important thing, not just in hockey, but in life. And when you step into the room here at South Simcoe, we want to make sure you're bringing a really good attitude every time you come. Positive one. One where you're inspiring teammates, not shitting on them. We're looking at ways to focus on being a family, and that means we're going to hold people accountable, but we're going to do it the right way. And so attitude, is one of the key things. The other thing we talk about when it comes to attitude is that it's something that you can control. You don't have to have an ounce of talent. You don't have to be great. You don't have to be special. All you got to be doing is bring in a good attitude every day. That's something that you can control. So, as we move towards practice and into games, and as the season goes and through this tourney, focus on attitude, focus on being a good teammate, focus on wanting to learn, wanting to get better. The other thing that we talk about is as effort, and it can't go understated how important effort is. I sent out a clip on Snap the other day, or rather just a message asking every one of you to watch the Florida Panthers and watch the way that they forecheck. These are professional athletes anywhere between 19 and 36, 37. Marshy might be a bit older. You watch that Florida forecheck. You watch how hard they press. You watch how hard they come at the Leafs. You watch how hard they back check. Look, the Leafs are a far more talented team than Florida, if you want to go straight up and down on paper. But talent doesn't mean shit if you don't work. And this is a team that, a year ago when we got beat out of the OMHAs and I watched the OHS, a couple of things I wanted to change. And one of it was I wanted more grit. I wanted more size. I wanted more toughness. And we think we've done a really good job bringing guys in here that are going to fit that bill and are going to be great at doing that. So, the main thing with me is, and this, kind of been 2 years now, going on 3. It's attitude and it's work ethic, and we think if we bring those two things that you can control every time you come to the rink, we think it puts us in a really, really good spot. And that will lead me into practice for tomorrow night. When we talk about practice, what I really want to focus on this year is making practice as hard as we can make it for each other. Those people in the room that know me will tell you that one of my favorite guys is Kobe Bryant. And Kobe's a guy who, was constantly working, constantly trying to get better. And one thing he used to always talk about is how practice, can't be fun. Practice has to be miserable. Practice has to be tough. Otherwise, how do you play well in a game? I agree with a little bit of that. I don't think that practice has to be miserable. I think practice can be fun. I think we can learn, but we got to do it hard. And that means we got to be physical with each other. We got to battle the hell out of each other. We got to push ourselves every practice to make ourselves better. We got to hold each other accountable to do those things. And so when you step out on the ice for practice tomorrow night and for the rest of the year, the expectation level from me and the other coaches is that you're going to give your very best. And more importantly, and some of the leaders on this team from a year ago, it's holding other guys accountable and it's leading by example. When you step out on that ice, yeah, we're going to have fun. Now, a lot of these drills we're going to do are fun drills. They're good drills. But we really want to focus on compete, battle, fighting, scrapping, clawing, hitting, whatever it takes. I want you to always try to make your teammate better. You go soft on your teammate, no one's going soft on them in a game. So think about that. All right, so just, I mean, I won't spend all night yakking because it'll bore the hell out of you, but let's go through practice. We're going to start practice with a 4v2 half ice warm up. So basically what's going to happen is I'll split you into two color groups. So we'll have lights on one side, dark on the other. I'll be up here. We're going to spot a puck in, nets back to back. Imagine an imaginary line here and an imaginary line at the bottom where two guys will kind of stay behind there. So once this puck gets floated in, let's just say black gets possession of it. Black's immediate decision here will be to get the puck back to the point and get to the net and try to get a shot. If black does get possession, obviously it becomes a 4-on-2, and gray or light is defending here. If gray intercepts one of these, if a shot misses the net and gray picks it up, then gray can come onto this side of the ice, and now gray is on a 4-on-2 and black is defending. A couple things about this drill. Number one is to get some battle going, some compete going on practice really early. The other thing is don't hang on to a puck. If you're black here and you get this and you try to toe drag a guy and walk into the middle, I'm going to lose my shit. Get the puck, move the puck. That's the purpose of this. Quick puck movement, over, back, and keep moving around if you're on the outside here, right? Look for these two guys to be able to get you passes. So, again, good compete on this drill, good battle, and move the puck. Shouldn't be on your stick for more than a second and a half, and it should move. And it comes back here, get to the front of the net, another guy on the off post. Let's try to score some goals early, some deflections, some rebounds. From there, we're going to split up, and what's going to happen is Vinny's going to take the forwards down with him in one end, and I believe he's going to work on zone entries for about 20 minutes or so, and maybe some other stuff. He's got that planned, and he will go through that with you when he gets you on the ice. He'll probably come in the room prior to and just have a quick chat with the forwards. Defense, Rook and I are going to take you down the other end. We've got some drills there just to work on some puck movement and some other things we kind of want to get started on. So we'll go about 5-7 minutes warm up. We'll go about 20 minutes as a split ice. And then we're going to meet back together. And some of the things that we were working on as the defense, some of the things we've been working on as a forward, we're going to bring into the main part of practice here. So I'm going to let this guy roll here. This is a simple breakout drill we're going to do. I'll go over the breakouts in a sec on the whiteboard. Just have a quick listen to this guy on this one, all right?
This drill we call breakouts to 3 forecheckers. It starts with a forechecker at the dot, a forechecker in the middle, and a forechecker on the other dot. And then you've got a right winger here, you've got a centerman, you've got a left winger, and you've got a defenseman. This centerman's going to dump the puck in, so he's going to spot a puck into one of the corners. These Ds are going to start backwards. They're going to pivot, get to support position. We're going to have a low and slow F1 or centerman. We're going to have a right winger coming in through the dots, left winger coming in through the dots, and then you want all 5 guys to touch the puck. So you'll have the centerman support, maybe you have some slash, or you can stay on the weak side. Everybody touches the puck, and now he's got to make a decision which forechecker he wants to pass.
So I'll stop him there for a sec. So on this drill, arguably he'd like all 5 players to touch the puck. So he's looking at D to D, winger, touch pass, center, weak side winger, break, which is fine if you want to run that way. We're going to be running some of our normal breakouts that we run, a couple of them. So don't be too worried about having all 5 touch the puck, all right? But again, quick breakout, and then you're going to, like he says, he's going to pick one of these forecheckers, all right?
So he passes to one of them. Let's say he passes to this one. This is going to activate that forechecker. And now you're going to do the exact same drill, but you're going to have one forechecker breaking out with 5 guys trying to break the puck out. This continues, so the forechecker gets in on the forecheck. Then he's going to end up releasing as they make passes. Then they're going to pass, let's say, to the second forechecker. This initial forechecker has to break the center ice plane.
Okay, so a couple key points here. Number one, when the pass originally is made in the breakout to this guy, as soon as you get this puck, you're going to ring right back in, all right? And then you're going to start forechecking. Once you've gone as a forechecker once and they break back out again, what he's telling you is he wants you to clear the red line. So you're going to come all the way back out to here, you're going to do a hook, and then you're going to come back and start your second forecheck, and this time, obviously, you're going to bring 2, right?
And now this forechecker is going to come in, and he's going to dump in a puck. So it goes from a 5-on-1 to a 5-on-2, and then eventually you'll build it up to 3 forecheckers, passing to the final forechecker with these 2 players breaking the center ice plane, and then he'll dump a puck in, and you'll have an opportunity to break out 5-on-3.
Okay. So pretty straightforward drill. Again, wanted to get you guys some touches on the breakout. I just want to go over here a couple breakouts that we're going to run tomorrow. Let me grab my rink here. So what we'll do is we'll run the Dallas, and then we'll run the Rimmer. We can talk about quick ups in the game, but basically I'll run the Dallas one here first for the new guys so they know what's going on, and then we'll go with the Rimmy, just so everybody knows what's going on with that. And I'll yell this out ahead of time, which one we want to run. Let me get some wingers on here. So left winger is going to be on this side, right winger is going to be here. Bear with me. Okay, so what's going to happen on the Dallas is, and there's going to be a lot of moving parts here, but let's just say that a puck is spotted into this corner here, and D1's going to go and pick it up. All right, so D1's going to come, he's going to pick this up, and he's going to start to swing this way. All right, now what we usually tell the defenseman is we want to suck the forechecker in. This is the idea of this. So if D1's being chased, all right, we want him to suck the forechecker behind the net. Generally, if there's two forecheckers coming, we wouldn't run this. The left winger's job here is to call Dallas if he wants it. So if there's only one forechecker, this guy here is going to yell Dallas. I'll yell it in the practice just so we know, because this is the first time some of you guys are going to rep this, all right? So D1 picks it up. He's going to roll behind the net. What's going to happen is D2 is going to see this guy rolling at him like this, and rather than stand there like a bump on a log, all right, D2 is going to get rolling and start whipping up the boards like this, and he's going to open up for a pass. Just in case this guy gets into trouble, he's going to be an option. What we want to see D1 do is we want D1 to throw a bank pass, all right, back into this corner or this open ice area here, all right? All right, and then once D1 has done that, he's going to start to open up here, and I'll draw him in here in a second, all right? So once he's made the drop pass, D1's going to come and slide up in this area here just to be another option just in case there's trouble, all right? Now, right winger, this is where this drill is important. So if you're the right winger and you see that D2 is starting to skate towards you, you're going to fill. So what you're going to do is you're going to come across the ice like this, all right? And you're going to open up for a pass somewhere in here, okay? Centerman, if you see the winger coming that way, you're just going to do a quick hook, and you're going to jump out of the zone, all right, and start to come back this way so we can go. The real key to this is the left winger. So the left winger is going to come down here. He's going to pick this puck up, and he's going to turn up ice quickly, all right? When he does, he should have a couple of options open to him. He will maybe have, if there's no pressure, he can throw a quick pass up here to the right winger who's now, so let me put this up there, he's broken across the plane here, all right? Or if he has space and he wants to skate it a little bit, he can walk up and try to hit the centerman that's breaking. All right, now remember, I also told you D1 is now up over here. So if D1 sees him come up clean and D1 starts to float, let me take that off, I'm still on pass. If D1 wants to come up here just a little bit more and be just another option for him because he's under pressure right away, again, that left winger can step up and he can hit a pass over there too. So what we're really looking for with Dallas here is it's a quick reverse, try to get the entire rink flowing this way, like towards this side of the ice, and then reverse it back. And then hopefully, like I said, the left winger can pick it up, have a quick outlet, and hit the right winger, hit the center. He could hit D1 if he wants, or rather D2. Like, whatever he wants. There's lots of options off of this play, all right? And you can run this from both sides. And if you have any questions, I can go over this again, all right, in the room. The other one that we run is what we call, we don't have a name for it. I call it a rimmer or a rimmy. And again, we can run this on both sides. But basically, obviously, if we have a forechecker, let's just see if we get a F1 here, and F1 and let's just say F2 are, both in pursuit of D1. What we usually tell D1 is skate up to the puck really quickly here, and this is a touch play by them. But basically, I'll show this as a pass, but it's not really. What he really wants to do is rim this. Yeah, I'll probably do it the other way here because I don't think that's going to look very good. We'll just run it like this. What we want him to do is now take this puck, and we want him to rim it quickly around the wall to the winger who's standing here. Now, winger is probably a little bit high. I'd like him probably down here around the hash mark. So now, in this particular instance, what we want the center to do is come down nice and low here behind the puck, and he wants to stay around the dots. Like, I don't want you too close to the winger, but if the D decides he wants to come down the wall at him, what we're looking for is just a quick chip here. Let me go back to pass. All right, so what we're looking for here is just a little chip play out into this ice here, have the center pick it up at speed. Left winger, if you see this play happening, what you want to do on this particular play, again, is you want to start heading out into this area here and breaking out here. You want to try to drive their defenseman back. We want to open up this area of the ice here. So if the center gets it and he wants to go with it, that's fine. Again, D2 is just going to stay out of the way on this play, and he will probably head back to the net just in case there's a problem. Otherwise, he's going to break up ice. D1, once you've rimmed that puck, on your horse and get going, all right, because we're breaking out. Okay, so 2 breakouts that will run tomorrow. You know, nothing fancy, nothing hard. You know, we'll run the Dallas again. If you have any questions, just DM me and I can run it. I got a whole video on this. I'll post for you guys if you want. It's no big deal. But those are the 2 breakouts that, you know, we're gonna be using. You know, a lot of the time. We'll do quick ups as well, and we're gonna add as the season goes on. But I'm just thinking for the tourney, it's nice and easy. All right. And again, any questions, just like I said, DM me. All right. So after that, we are going to. It's a little demo on it here, actually. I'll show you guys if you want to see it real quick. This is kind of a cute anime here.
A go-to drill for us breakouts.
So this is the one that we went through before. So quick dump into the corner, right?
Breakout 5-on-0.
T to D.
From there, whomever they pass to,
right.
That activates the first
like
forechecker.
That guy, he's going to pass it to the forechecker. Forechecker's going to dump it in.
Now you're breaking out 5-on-1.
And now it's a 5-on-1.
He's going to come
so
out.
Simple. Okay, so now moving on from there, we're going to run a drill that my buddy Mike Pekka, he runs. So this is forward. You're going to be working on zone entries with Sean to start to practice. D, we're going to be talking about how we want to jump up, how we want to control the neutral zone. This is a great drill that'll do both. So I'm going to let Mike just wheel this for a sec, and then I'll go over it with you guys if there's any questions. All right.
All right, next drill that we're going to cover is called deactivation. It's a really good drill to start to properly set up your line rushes. So we're going to have a coach that's going to be here in the middle of the ice. Okay, so the important part of this drill, the importance of this drill is finding your 2-on-1s through the neutral zone. We want to find 2-on-1 situations that we can create on our line rushes entering the offensive blue line. So on the whistle, this first forward is going to take off with a puck. When he gets past that blue line, he's now going to send the puck down to this defenseman. This defenseman is going to go D to D to his partner. At the same time, that F2 is coming into the neutral zone and he's getting into that weak side spot. Once that pass is made, this forward now has to get below this blue line here, and he's going to get a pass from this defenseman.
Okay, so I want to preface why we're going to do this. So generally with a regroup, when we go D to D, you know, the centerman is going to be up in here somewhere, and usually the wingers get up here. So it's D to D and up really quickly, and then it's a touch pass to the center. What's happening now, and as we get older, is you're going to see defensemen are going to step in front of this and start taking this away. So what we really want to do is we want to institute that this centerman comes down here below the dots. All right, so after you've made this, it doesn't have to be a center, it can be a winger. Come down here, you're going to make this pass to the defenseman. You're going to curl and you're going to open up down low, all right? And what's this going to do is it's going to allow us to attack with speed. Now, D to D, and then up touch pass right there. Don't try to put it on his tape, just lead him with it, all right? Put it into open ice so he can skate into it, all right? This is a tough pass to make to a guy that's breaking 5 feet from you, so easy thing to do here pass-wise, just throw it out in the open ice, let him skate into it and roll, okay? Now, if you're F2 on this play, you really want to time this out. This is not a speed play for you. You're going to set this up, you're going to wait, you're going to get here, and you're going to get ready to be able to attack. So when he takes this and comes up, he can hit you with it, all right? So again, timing route for F2, F1, we want you swinging low. D to D, open ice. Don't try to hit him with a pass, tape to tape. Just put it to where he can get it, all right? A touch pass right up will work fine there, all right?
Once this defenseman has made that pass and this pass is made to this F1, this defenseman now, he's taking off.
Okay, so this is for the defense now. Obviously, one of the things we really want to drive here is weak side defense jumping into the rush. Nate, you did really, really well already. Keller, you're starting to do it. And Toby, I know you like to go. These are the things we really want to push with the defense this year. We want you jumping into rushes. We want you being part of this. So again, once you've made that D to D pass, you're on your horse and you're jumping up here, all right? And that's what he's talking about.
So important in today's game that weak side D is getting up and he's part of the offense, creating positive numbers on the line rush. Now, as this player gets this puck, he does already need to know which side that coach has gone. So now, as he's getting this puck, this coach is going to pick a side. Okay, so now it's important for him to scan, communication. Now, as he comes up the ice, he's got to go to the side where that coach is. He's got to find that 2-on-1. So we're working on that scanning through the neutral zone. Where do I need to attack this line rush? So if it's on this side, if this coach goes to this side, well, now we're attacking this side. We're coming over here. We're going to kick that puck out. It's always a kick out on the offensive side of the red line. And now, as we attack, after we kick this puck out, it's not a middle lane drive. That's a term that I just don't like anymore. It's a dot drive. So we're driving that dot right there.
Okay, so I'm going to change a couple of things up here. So Mike obviously is an assistant coach of the Rangers in the NHL. The new trend is dot drive, and he's not lying to you. Venny and I have talked about this at length. We don't want a dot drive. We're going to suggest that once you kick that puck, you're going straight to the net. We want you to take the weak side D with you. We want you to go right to the net. Maybe on this side, strong side of the ice, but we don't want you in the dot. We want you to drive middle, and we'll show you why in a second. The other thing that I want to be clear on here, and the reason we're going to do this drill is too many of you come through the neutral zone and there's a guy right here, and rather than headman that puck to him, you decide you're going to skate it in yourself, and you've held this guy up at the blue line, you've slowed us right down. The purpose of this drill is get it, headman it, go to the net. Get it, headman it, go to the net. All right? So again, I don't want passes once we get over the blue line. Make the pass before. If there's a guy in front of you, if there's a guy open, hit him with it. Don't sit there and carry pucks in. All right? It slows down everybody.
When we drive that dot, it puts that weak side D. We don't have a weak side D here, but if there's a weak side D, it puts him in a tough spot. Because now if he comes over, now we win a race on the weak side. We've got a really good opportunity to score a goal. So if that coach backs in, this guy can cut across and he can hit this D and make that play. If that coach is tight up here, when that kick out comes and he enters and that coach is tight, the importance of this is it's either off the wall to this guy or we slip it off that D's heels. In this case, it's the coach playing D. We slip it off his heels. And on the end of this, it's either a shot while this D's driving the weak side dots, or this guy, once he gets this puck in here, he can hit this weak side D.
So the beauty of the dot drive, if you're going to use it, is that he's right. If the D is tight to you, it can be a quick bank to this guy going in, or it can be a quick pass to him. When I take this away from you here, all right, and I'm saying, okay, I want this guy now to drive the net, this is a tougher pass to make with the stick here. What I would suggest we do in this part, and we'll try this in practice, is what I want you to do is come down the wall here. If you get pressure, quick little punch turn, and come back out. Buy yourself some space and look for that defenseman coming in. Or if you can walk around the coach and get around them here, walk in and look for that cross ice pass or a shot with a screener, okay? So again, he's using it as a dot drive. We're going to use it as a middle lane drive. So again, the option here once the kick comes to you is if he backs in too much, it's a hard cut to the middle. Look for the guy trailing. If not, try to go around them. If you can't, quick hard turn backwards and then look for the trailer coming in, all right? That's the only variant we're going to run in it.
And it's a shot on net, and we finish at the net. Okay, so the importance here is a lot of communication through the neutral zone, a lot of speed through the neutral zone, and it's just execution, reading where that coach is. Do I have room to come in and cut across, or do I have to slip it off his heels? And it's always finished at the net.
You mentioned you like calling.
Yeah, so I mean, they're going to go over dot drive now, so I've already explained that to you. At some point, if the main net drive or the middle lane drive is working well and we've mastered that and I feel like we're doing good, then at some point during the season we may move to dot drives. I want to keep it simple for right now without getting too complicated, all right? So again, this is the quick diagram of it. Obviously, F1's going to take off, get a hit him D to D. D, once you make that pass, get on your horse and get going. F2, you're timing this, right? You want to get it. F1, once you get this, it's a couple of strides. All right, and then you want to hit this guy, right? So, I mean, get up to about center and then make the pass. But again, we want to attack with speed, right? So no carrying this puck in, no trying to dangle here, no bullshit. Get the puck, headman it, all right? Just like you would in the game. If we're to learn to do this. And then I said, once this guy gets it, he's got a couple decisions to make. If the coach over pursues him down here, he can cut hard middle, look for this defenseman driving in. Or if he's really getting down to here and the coach cuts him off, hard punch turn, come back up around here, look for the trailer coming in. D, you're going to have to read this. If you think you can get in here and he's going to cut middle and you're going to open up, then open up. Otherwise, you got to time it out. So this is a fun drill. We're going to run it out of both sides. So once we run this side, we'll have two forwards come out here. All right. We'll have two defensemen come down here and we'll start the drill going this way and I'll drop a coach in here. So we'll run it at both ends just so we're not standing still too long. Okay. So after that's done, what we're going to do is we're going to do some battle drills, probably to end practice. I know Venny's got one or two he had in mind for you. I just want to build some compete up, some battle. Get your edges, get your intensity. Get the blood going a little bit. I know we haven't played since Aurora, and I thought that was a great game. Thought we did well. But yeah, it's only 50. So again, like I give you this stuff so you know what we're gonna do. So when you step on the ice, obviously we're gonna be quick. We're gonna be fast. We're not going to waste a lot of time. Obviously, Sean's going to take some time talking to you. I'll take a little bit with the defense with Rooker, but that's what it's going to look like. So again, any questions from anybody? You got my Snap. Most of you have my number today. I think I put it in Snap for the photos. DM me if you're not sure. If you want any of those breakouts posted on the YouTube channel. I'll send you the link for them. If you're not sure about it, just ask me personally. I can send you the link for any of them. Otherwise, yeah, man, have a good night, and I will, I'll see you guys at the rink tomorrow. All right, ciao, guys.